A Lafayette win. Here's Mike with hopefully a happy coach.
Thanks, Gary. Here with Coach Damon Olson. Coach, I just mentioned sometimes the teams that haven't won a game are hungry. They came after you tonight, but you got your second win.
Yeah, no, I expected, LIU's best effort. They're a competitive team. They have a new coach. They're creating a new identity. And we knew that coming in, so we weren't surprised by that at all. I think what you saw was a little bit of our lack of cohesion. We had different people in different spots, and it threw us off a little bit. But I thought there were several moments throughout the game where we looked like, okay, our old normal selves. So we'll just have a couple days to work on it and kind of continue to fine-tune it, and we'll be better.
Yeah, well, Riley gave you good minutes. Chanel gave you good minutes. It's got to be important down the road to get them in the game, and obviously you were down a few girls tonight.
Yeah, no, we recruited them, and we know what they can do. Some of it is just getting them experience and getting them comfortable. They both have missed time out of practice, and you can see the reps that they missed. Things are happening fast and how they respond, but I think over time they'll definitely get better with that.
How tough is it to prepare for a team like that in practice, for a team that's constantly pressing and giving you, fits up front and in the backcourt?
What's really funny is we actually handle it well because we'll have the guys in, and they'll do the exact same thing to us, so I don't understand what's the difference sometimes between our practice uniforms and our game uniforms. Maybe there are more people here, that's what it is.
Absolutely. Great win, though, your second win. We'll see you back here on Monday. Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Let's bring in Riley. Come on in, Riley. Don't be nervous now. Riley Campbell, 7 points tonight. She's a freshman. 6 rebounds, 3 steals. I mean, it was fun to obviously get in the action, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great. It was great to get in against a pretty good team, too.
Yeah, a team that kind of is all over you all the time. It's good practice for you as well. You and Chanel both contributed tonight. What's the difference getting in now to a Division I basketball? I know you dominated in high school. Tell me about the difference maybe between the high school games you played in Connecticut and here.
Sure. I would say the speed for sure, and then also just I'm not the biggest kid anymore, and I'm not the biggest kid by a lot, so just, playing strong is, gotta realize that I gotta do that all the time now.
But you do have 2 good players to learn from, obviously Alexis, and you have some great people to learn the post moves. A lot of your points were in the paint tonight.
Yeah, Lex and Nat are the best role models. 2 of the reasons I came here. They're hard on me, when I mess up, but also when I do something good, they're right there to pat me on the back. So
but now you got to follow this up next week at Albany and then on Monday too. So great job tonight. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Gary, great job right there. Riley Campbell, things to look forward to between her and Chanel tonight. 2 very good-looking freshmen. Obviously, Jess Booth as well. Back to you.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. We'll see Mike again on Saturday as he'll help me call the Lafayette Lehigh game. All right, it's time to take us through the highlights. And just a reminder, the game with Lafayette is on Tuesday night, not Monday night. So here's John.
Yeah, Gary, you heard Coach Damon Olson talk about tonight's game. LIU really was deceptive. I mean, Gary, this is a team that scratched and clawed. Look at the finish here by Sarah Agnello along the baseline. A lot of different pieces tonight. Again, there's Thomas doing a terrific job around the basket, Gary, getting her average. I love this little kick out. That was Booth to Havis. And knocks it down from downtown. There were times when Lafayette looked in sync, as Coach Damon Olson said. There were times when they were a little out of sync. But again, I think the ability to get a lot of different players into the lineup tonight. There were times when they had 3 freshmen on the floor. That's a great delivery right there, and the finish by Thomas again. LIU posed a unique kind of challenge. Look at the step back. Agnello, your impact player of the game, did a terrific job there. And then in transition, boy, I'll tell you, Chanel Haskins, another freshman. You heard Coach Damon Olson talk about we recruit these kids because they can play. They got their chance tonight, and some of the young kids really had a game of it. Brandy Thomas again from downtown. Look at the kiss off the glass against the shot clock. Agnello with a couple of key buckets down the stretch. There's a lot to take away from this game tonight. And here's the freshman, our Coca-Cola player of the game. Boy, I'll tell you what, Riley Campbell is a long, tall player, and then the finish by the other freshman, Jess Booth. The freshman had a big impact on the game tonight, and I think that's the biggest, most significant takeaway from tonight. They beat a scrappy, hungry LIU team at home. Any win this time of the year is a good win.
The 3-game losing streak is over. Not the case for LIU. They now are at 0-5. Big ball game again by Natalie Kukowski, 14 points and 14 rebounds, as Santorelli with 12 points, Havis with 10, and Agnello with 13. Lafayette shot 44% and 42% from beyond the arc. So a good night for the Leopards as you get a look at their numbers. And They did get that rebounding number back up. Turnover still a little ugly on both sides, but John Lafayette got to the foul line, and they took advantage of it at the end.
Yeah, you know, kind of flying under the radar. We seem to take her for granted, but I think the last maybe 8 or 10 minutes of this basketball game, Gary, belonged to Natalie Kukowski. We talk about a lot of other players, but quietly she took over about midway through the third quarter. She put this team on her back. Got a lot of contributions. Again, a great team win, and onward go the Leopards.
There you go. The Leopards win this one by a 65-60 score. My thanks to John, to Mike, and Jeff DePalma, who was our director tonight, and the Lafayette Sports Network crew doing their usual fine job. We'll see you again here at Kirby on Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock, when the Lafayette men take on Fairleigh Dickinson University. The women next Tuesday night when they take on Manhattan. Join us for that. That's it for tonight. For all of us, I'm Gary Laubach. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.